On your mental health now, leaving your child home alone. How young is too young for them to take care of themselves or others? Joining us now is Dr. Eric Elia, psychologist at Boston Children's Hospital. We always love to see your face. Thanks,
Hey,
Doctor.
Dr. Elia, it's great to see you. So question one is, there's a big debate about the right age, especially during the summer months, right, when many parents are working and the kids don't have school to go to. Some say it depends on the child. Others say it depends on the situation. Is there a hard and fast rule? You know, when you're 15, yes. When you're 14 and 10 months, no. Is there a hard and fast rule?
Yeah, great question. So Massachusetts law does not have a set age for this, but generally speaking, kids under the age of, say, 10 or so should be under adult supervision when they're out of school. And for most kids, it's around 11 or 12 before they're able to be left home alone. But then according to that, it actually does depend on the child. So how mature are they? Where are they in terms of their development? Can they take care of themselves? Can they follow rules? Do they think before they act? Can they problem solve during an emergency? And of course, it depends on the situation. So how long will they be left home alone? And does your child actually feel comfortable being home by themselves?
Right.
All right, and there are some kids who just don't want to stay home alone, even if they are old enough. What can you do as a parent to help get them comfortable with this idea?
Yeah, so, doing things independently, not just staying home alone, but just in general doing things on your own is a common part of getting older, becoming more confident in your ability to do things solo. Some kids have specific concerns, right, that parents might be able to address. So some kids might worry, well, what's going to happen to me when I'm by myself? Will I be safe? What if I have this fear about something happening to me when we're not together and I'm worried that that's going to come true? So parents can talk to their kids about what those fears are and try to unpack them. But then also remember, this can be gradual versus all or nothing, right? So it doesn't have to be that your child just suddenly stays home alone overnight or something like that.
Right.
They can stay alone for home alone for increasing periods of time, see if they can test out, following the rules on their own and gradually get comfortable with that experience.
You just used a word that I'd like to expand on, because good rules tend to keep everyone safe. So what are some that parents should consider if they're going through this, whether I should leave my kid alone or not?
Yeah, absolutely. So emergencies are always the thing that everyone's mind goes to, but it could even just be the mundane things that you think are going to come up for your child when you're not together. So for example, does your child know what to do when they get hungry and they need a snack? Do they know what to do when it's time to feed the dog? What if someone rings the bell and it's someone they know or it's someone they don't know? Or more importantly, what if someone gets hurt? What if they need to talk to you? What if there's a fire, right? Parents can kind of decide together ahead of time with your kids, well, what are the guidelines for different types of situations? And then have your kids practice to say, are you able to be safe and appropriate when I'm not with you? And then again, gradually kind of increasing the amount of time that your kids are left home alone.
No, wonderful advice as always, Dr. Lee. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Take care, Dr. Lee. Good to see you.